Welcome back to the channel, USA Coins 69, quarter dollar from 1971, featuring its mint mark. This coin may seem ordinary at first, but it carries a fascinating history and, believe it or not, a value that could surprise you. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1932, created to honor George Washington on the 200th anniversary of his birth. The design features Washington's dignified profile on the front, a symbol of leadership, perseverance, and American ideals. The reverse design, before the famous 50-state quarters series began in the late 1990s, displayed an eagle perched proudly on a bundle of arrows, clutching olive branches, a powerful emblem of strength and peace. Now, focusing on the 1971 Washington quarter, this coin was minted during a period of change and challenge in America. The early 70s saw the nation grappling with social shifts and economic hurdles, yet the coins remained a constant presence, circulating through everyday life. What makes the 1971 quarter particularly interesting is its mint mark, which tells us where it was struck: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. Among these, the San Francisco mint quarters were often proof coins, struck with special care for collectors, and the Denver mint coins were produced in large but still collectible quantities. But what really sets the 1971 Washington quarter apart for collectors is the presence of rare mint errors and varieties. Coins from this era sometimes feature minting mistakes, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or variations in the metal composition. These errors are incredibly sought after because they are one-of-a-kind and tell a unique story about the minting process. Owning a coin with such an anomaly is like owning a rare piece of history that stands apart from every other coin in circulation. Condition plays a huge role in the value of any coin, and the 1971 Washington quarter is no exception. While millions were produced, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition with a sharp mint mark is becoming more and more difficult as time goes on. Wear and tear from everyday use dulls the details and lowers the coin's appeal. But if you have a quarter that looks like it just left the mint, with all its intricate details intact, it could be a real treasure. This coin isn't just valuable for its metal or age, it's a tangible connection to American history and culture. Holding a 1971 Washington quarter is like holding a piece of the era's spirit, a token from a time when America was evolving, yet still deeply rooted in tradition. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: a 1971 Washington quarter, especially one with a rare mint mark or error and preserved in exceptional condition, can be worth an astonishing $90,000. Yes, $90,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that something so small and seemingly ordinary can hold such extraordinary value. So next time you come across an old quarter, take a moment to examine it closely. You might just be holding a rare gem. Today, we're focusing on a classic piece from American history, the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1967, featuring its distinct mint mark. At first glance, it might look like just another coin, but this 1967 quarter holds a story and a value that could absolutely surprise you. Stay with us, because by the end, you'll learn just how much this remarkable coin can be worth. The Washington quarter has been an iconic figure in U.S. coinage ever since its debut in 1932, created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This coin showcases a proud profile of the nation's first president, symbolizing leadership, dedication, and the American spirit. The reverse side traditionally depicts a majestic eagle clutching arrows and olive branches, representing both strength and peace, a powerful statement for any coin. Now, let's talk about the 1967 Washington quarter. This particular year holds significance for several reasons. First, 1967 quarters were produced during a transitional time for American coins. The U.S. Mint had stopped producing quarters with 90% silver content just the year before, in 1964. By 1967, the quarters were made mostly of copper and nickel, marking a shift in the materials used. Despite this change, certain special coins from 1967 remain incredibly desirable for collectors, especially when considering their mint marks. Mint marks on these quarters reveal where the coin was struck. Philadelphia coins often bear no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins have an S. While the Philadelphia coins were the most common, the Denver and San Francisco mint marks often intrigue collectors more because of their lower production numbers or their use in special proof sets. These details can heavily influence a coin's rarity and value, but rarity isn't the only factor that draws collectors to the 1967 Washington quarter. Mint errors and unique variations also add to the coin's allure. From double dies and off-center strikes to variations in the metal's finish, these errors make each coin a one-of-a-kind treasure. The thrill of finding an error coin lies in owning a piece that breaks the norm, standing out amid millions of regular coins. Condition is another critical element that can turn an everyday quarter into a collector's dream. Many 1967 quarters circulated extensively, leading to wear and tear that diminishes their details. However, an uncirculated or proof coin from this year, especially with a clear mint mark and flawless condition, becomes much more valuable. These pristine coins allow us to glimpse the craftsmanship and care that went into minting decades ago. Holding a 1967 Washington quarter isn't just about owning currency, it's about connecting with a pivotal era in American history. The coin reflects a time of cultural shifts and economic changes, embodying the story of a nation moving forward. So, what is the value of a 1967 Washington quarter? For those lucky enough to own one in exceptional condition, or better yet, one with a rare mint mark or error, the value can soar dramatically. This humble quarter, rich with history and rarity, can be worth an incredible $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a single quarter. It's astonishing to think that such a small piece of metal can hold such significant value. Today, we're zooming in on a remarkable piece from the United States, the Washington quarter dollar from 1970. It might look like a simple coin you've seen before, but trust me, this particular 1970 quarter, especially with its mint mark, has a story and value that can truly blow your mind. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll discover just how much this quarter could be worth in today's market. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1932. Designed to honor the nation's first president, George Washington, it's a coin that's deeply rooted in American heritage. The obverse showcases Washington's dignified profile, while the reverse features a bold eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and olive branches, symbols of strength and peace, reflecting the spirit of the nation. Now, the 1970 Washington quarter stands at an interesting crossroads in the history of U.S. coins. By this time, the U.S. Mint had already transitioned away from using silver in quarters starting in 1965, moving towards a clad composition primarily made from copper and nickel. But what makes the 1970 quarter so captivating isn't just its composition, it's the variations in its mint marks and the rarity tied to them. Mint marks serve as an identifier of where a coin was struck. For quarters in 1970, coins could bear the D mint mark for Denver, the S for San Francisco, or none at all, indicating Philadelphia. While Philadelphia coins were produced in the highest quantities, it's the quarters from Denver and San Francisco that often capture the interest of collectors, especially if they're in exceptional condition or have unique features. One of the fascinating aspects of the 1970 Washington quarter is its presence during a time of meticulous minting and occasional mint errors. Collectors look out for varieties such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other anomalies that make certain coins stand apart from the vast sea of standard issues. These errors don't just make the coins rarer, they turn them into prized collectibles sought after by enthusiasts around the world. Condition plays a massive role in determining a coin's value, and that's especially true for the 1970 Washington quarter. Many of these coins circulated widely, resulting in the usual scratches, wear, and fading details. But when you find a coin that's uncirculated or in mint state condition, it can be worth significantly more. The sharp details, crisp edges, and lustrous surfaces of these pristine coins allow us to appreciate the artistry and precision of the U.S. Mint during that era. Owning a 1970 Washington quarter with a rare mint mark or in flawless condition is more than just having a piece of currency, it's like holding a piece of American history in your hand. This coin encapsulates a moment in time, reflecting the culture, technology, and craftsmanship of the United States over 50 years ago. So, what kind of value are we talking about here? Well, if you happen to come across a 1970 Washington quarter in superb condition, especially one with a desirable mint mark or rare error, you could be sitting on a treasure worth a jaw-dropping $90,000. That's right, $90,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin that once served everyday transactions can transform into such a valuable artifact. So next time you find a 1970 Washington quarter, take a closer look. You might just have a fortune in your pocket. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a classic American favorite, the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1982. On the surface, it might seem like just another everyday coin, but if you dig a little deeper, you'll discover there's much more to this 1982 quarter, especially when it comes with a specific mint mark. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll learn why this coin could be worth an astonishing $95,000. The Washington quarter is a true icon of U.S. coinage. First introduced back in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, it has since become a staple in American currency. The obverse side proudly features the dignified profile of the first president, while the reverse traditionally shows an eagle clutching arrows and olive branches, symbols that embody strength, readiness, and peace. Now, let's focus on the year 1982. This was a fascinating period for U.S. coin production, filled with subtle changes and some unique quirks that have caught the eyes of collectors over the years. While many people remember the 1982 quarter simply as a circulated coin, mint enthusiasts know there's something special lurking beneath the surface, especially when it carries a particular mint mark, like the D for Denver or the S for San Francisco. Mint marks may seem like small letters stamped onto the coin, but they're key to identifying where and sometimes how a coin was minted. In 1982, quarters were minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but the ones from Denver and San Francisco often carry additional value, particularly if they have rare variations or have been preserved in pristine condition. What makes the 1982 Washington quarter truly interesting is the rare instances of mint errors and limited uncirculated runs. Some coins from this year exhibit varieties such as double dies, die cracks, or other minting anomalies that significantly increase their desirability. Collectors hunt for these coins like hidden gems, knowing that their rarity translates directly into higher market value. The condition of a coin is always a crucial factor in its value. While many 1982 quarters have seen years of everyday use, resulting in typical wear and tear, finding one in mint state or proof condition is a game changer. These coins showcase the crisp details, sharp rims, and lustrous finish that the U.S. Mint originally intended, making them stand out from the countless worn quarters in circulation. Owning a 1982 Washington quarter with a notable mint mark or rare minting error is like holding a piece of American history that has transcended time. It's more than just a coin, it's a tangible connection to a moment in the country's past, crafted with care and precision. Now, you're probably wondering, what is the actual worth of such a coin? Well, if you have a 1982 Washington quarter in near-perfect condition, especially one with a rare mint mark or unique error, you could be holding a treasure that commands a staggering $95,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, $95,000 for a single 1982 quarter. It's amazing to think that something as common as a quarter can transform into such an incredible asset, simply because of its rarity and condition. So next time you stumble upon a 1982 Washington quarter, take a moment to inspect it closely. It might just be worth far more than its face value. Today, we're going to explore a coin that might be sitting in your pocket change, or tucked away in an old coin jar in your attic, the 1973 Washington quarter dollar. Now, at first glance, this coin may seem like just another quarter that's passed through countless hands over the decades. But the truth is, the 1973 Washington quarter, especially with the right mint mark, could be worth far more than just 25 cents. It could, in fact, be a coin collector's dream. So stick with us to the very end, because we're going to break down what makes this coin so special, what to look for, and just how much it could be worth. Let's start by taking a closer look at the history of the Washington quarter. Introduced in 1932, the Washington quarter was originally intended to be a one-year commemorative coin honoring George Washington's 200th birthday. But its clean, timeless design was so well received that it became a permanent part of U.S. coinage. On the front of the coin, you'll see a striking portrait of George Washington, a design by sculptor John Flanagan. It's a powerful tribute to America's founding father, and it's been a constant feature on quarters for decades. The reverse side, up until 1998, featured a proud eagle clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing defense and readiness, with olive branches beneath it representing the nation's commitment to peace. But let's zero in on the year 1973. This year was unique in a number of ways. America was coming out of a turbulent era, with the Vietnam War nearing its end and major changes underway politically, socially, and economically. During this time, the U.S. Mint continued its shift away from silver coinage, and by 1973, quarters were being produced in a copper-nickel-clad composition. Yet even though silver was no longer part of the metal mix, the quality and importance of minting remained just as strong. Now, what makes the 1973 Washington quarter especially interesting to collectors today is a combination of factors: mint mark, condition, and rare varieties. Let's talk about the mint marks first. Coins in 1973 were minted in 3 major locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint marks you'll find are D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and no mint mark at all for Philadelphia. While coins from each mint can be collectible, it's the ones with unique characteristics, such as those from Denver or San Francisco with crisp details or proof-like surfaces, that catch the attention of serious collectors. But here's where things really get exciting. Some 1973 quarters have been discovered with unusual minting errors. These might include double dies, where the design appears to be stamped twice, off-center strikes, or even coins that were mistakenly struck on the wrong type of planchet. These errors make a coin one of a kind and add significant value. Condition, as always, is key. A 1973 quarter that has been in circulation for decades will show signs of wear, scratches, dull luster, and faded details. However, if you find one that has been well preserved or even kept in a collection in uncirculated or mint state condition, you're looking at something with potentially serious value. So why does a coin like the 1973 Washington quarter attract such strong interest in the collector community? Because it represents more than just a piece of currency. It's a slice of American history, a reflection of craftsmanship, and in rare cases, a gateway to incredible value. Now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 1973 Washington quarter in near-perfect condition, particularly one with a rare mint mark or striking error, you could be looking at a coin worth an extraordinary $98,000. Yes, you heard that right. $98,000 for one single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin once used to buy candy or feed a parking meter could now be worth more than a brand new luxury car. So go ahead, dig through your old change, check your coin collection, and pay special attention to those 1973 quarters. One of them could change your life. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you found this information helpful and exciting, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin story. We've got plenty more hidden treasures to uncover together. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin find be the one worth a fortune.